The Iliad by Homer. Book 3. Helen reviews the champions. Now with the squadrons marshaled, captains leading each, the Trojans came with cries and the din of war, like wildfowl, and the long hoarse cries of cranes sweep on against the sky, and the great formations flee from winter's grim, ungodly storms, flying in force, shrieking south to the ocean gulfs, speeding blood and death to the pygmy warriors, launching at daybreak savage battle down upon their heads. But Achaea's armies came on strong in silence, breathing combat fury, hearts ablaze to defend each other to the death. When the south wind showers mist on the mountain tops, no friend to shepherds, better than night to thieves, you can see no farther than you can fling a stone. So dusk came clouding, swirling up from the feet of armies marching at top speed, trampling through the plain. Now closer, closing, front to front in the onset, till Paris sprang from the Trojan forward ranks, a challenger, lithe, magnificent as a god, the skin of a leopard slung across his shoulders, a reflex bow at his back and battle sword at hip, and brandishing two sharp spears tipped in bronze, he strode forth, challenging all the Argive best to fight him face to face in mortal combat. Soon as the warrior Menelaus marked him, Paris parading there with his big loping strides, flaunting before the troops, Atrides thrilled like a lion lighting on some handsome carcass, lucky to find an antlered stag or wild goat just as hunger strikes. He rips it, bolts it down, even with running dogs and lusty hunters rushing him. So Menelaus thrilled at heart, princely Paris there, right before his eyes, the outlaw, the adulterer. Now for revenge, he thought, and down he leapt from his chariot fully armed and hit the ground. But soon as magnificent Paris marked Atrides shining among the champions, Paris's spirit shook. Backing into his friendly ranks, he cringed from death as one who trips on a snake in a hilltop hollow, recoils suddenly, trembling grips his knees, and pallor takes his cheeks, and back he shrinks. So he dissolved again in the proud Trojan lines, dreading Atrides, magnificent brave Paris. At one glance Hector raked his brother with insults, stinging taunts. Paris, appalling Paris, our prince of beauty, mad for women, you lure them all to ruin. Would to God you never been born, died unwed, that's all I'd ask. Better that way by far than to have you strutting here in outrage, a mockery in the eyes of all our enemies. Why, the long-haired Achaeans must be roaring with laughter. They thought you the bravest champion we could field, and just because of the handsome luster on your limbs. But you have no pith, no fighting strength inside you. What, is this the man who mustered the oarsmen once, who braved the seas in his racing deep-sea ships, trafficked with outlanders, carried off a woman far from her distant shores, a great beauty wed to a land of rugged spearmen? You, curse to your father, your city, and all your people, a joy to our enemies, rank disgrace to yourself. So you can't stand up to the battling Menelaus? You'd soon feel his force, that man you robbed of his sumptuous warm wife. No use to you then, the fine lyre, and these gifts of Aphrodite. Your long flowing locks and your striking looks, not when you roll and couple with the dust. What cowards, the men of Troy, or years ago they'd have decked you out in a suit of rocky armor, stoned you to death for all the wrongs you've done.